Hello, I'm sitting here. This is Mr. Jacobson. I'm sitting here with Hayden Smith. He's a senior here at Neenah High School. I was fortunate to have Hayden. Hayden, was it your freshman year or sophomore year in geometry?
Freshman and junior
Yeah,
year.
so I had him as a freshman for one semester in geometry in our traditional curriculum. And then I had him his junior year for a full year in our CPM Algebra 2. So Hayden's just going to share with us some of his experiences in the CPM curriculum, kind of how it differentiated between that and the regular traditional setting. So, first question I had for Hayden: what are two to three things you enjoyed about the CPM curriculum?
Okay, so I liked having a group to work with. It just felt like I could bounce ideas off of people, which is something you can't really do on a single worksheet. Um, I also generally liked the smaller room and groups we were in. It felt more organized. It was easier to interact with like a smaller environment as opposed to like the whole class at once or nobody at all. Um, and I generally like the structure of the classes, where we had the ability to mess with a new idea when it's given to us, but we still have like help if we need it. Jacobson was still available if we needed to ask something, if we were stuck, but we still had room to work with, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that kind of leads into the second question. I think in geometry, Hayden, I always felt like you're a kid that always had great questions, but sometimes when you're in the traditional setting, not getting questions answered sometimes cause frustration a little bit. And I think with this CPM, with you guys working, it kind of flips. You guys working the majority of the time, and where I was able to go around and answer questions. I just think that for most students, and yourself included, I just think that was more comfortable for you, and you were able to get questions answered kind of more real time versus having to wait until direct instruction was done. And I just think and I compliment you on that all the time. I think you thrived in this curriculum a lot. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then last question. Teamwork is one of the very important strengths of CPM, and kids get to be leaders as they go. So, how do you think the CPM made you a stronger at interacting with your peers, first of all?
I think it was just easier to do so because we had a group environment, which is a lot easier than either the whole class or no one at all, like I said before. But again, part of it is also like I was older and just a little more mature, I guess. And it helped that since we were working on the problems together, I also had a reason to talk to most other people too. Because in the traditional curriculum stuff, like for example, I'm going in college math right now, it's pretty much just work and the teacher's there if you need questions, but it's not really very group inducive, even though I do have other people around I can talk with. But in CPM, then yeah, I had people to interact with, which makes you better at interacting with
Right,
people.
right. So it's kind of built into the curriculum itself, and I think because of that, that leads me into the next question. I think the one visible thing I seen with you that I wasn't sure how it would be for you in this curriculum, but I really saw your leadership skills come out when we worked in small groups. I saw you. I was worried about. I thought you would be more of a follower, where you would take in the information, let other people talk. Which kind of I get excited talking about it now. I saw where you were taking the lead on a lot of things and were, almost like, and sometimes even teaching kids that were struggling in other things, but you were leading versus just being a follower. Would you agree with that?
Um, I think so, and part of it there is also like who I'm working with because not everybody was really trying to be a leader, but just generally trying to get things done and while also needing to interact with people. If they weren't being like the most move forward type of people, then I don't know, I guess I just kind of ended up taking that role if I knew what I was doing.
And that's a very good trait of a true leader is you stepping up, being a follower when you need to, but stepping up when you need to as well. So I appreciate your time, Hayden. And again, I couldn't be more proud of you on how well you did. I mean, you again, I told you this in the past, you kind of blew me away with how well you did in that class. So nice job. So Hayden, congratulations on being a senior, graduating soon. So I will talk to you soon. And I got Twix bars coming his way.